Flew around right there and fell in love. Good morning, everyone. It is coming up to top of the hour here at 9 o'clock. It is time for the greatest hits here on Sunny 107.9, WFBS LPFM Salem, and worldwide at WFBSFM.com.
Come on in. Won't you come on in? The weekend's fine. The weekend's fine.
Oh, I'm worried about my environment this morning. I look over to my right and where in the world did you get that shirt?
Well, I started, got my I was hot in here. I started working my third shift.
Yeah.
So I got up. I'm on break. I don't think they're going to miss me for a couple hours. I started working for Duke, right? They see my new. They gave
I
me
love
this.
it. Oh, I love it.
With every application, you
Yeah.
got a jacket.
Yeah.
So they don't know I'm on. My break's a little extended because I don't want to be on this show.
But the shirt.
Oh, my shirt.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, let's face it. When you and I go into a restaurant,
Yeah,
and they hear your accent and they hear mine,
yeah,
they give me that weird look. So I got tired of that. You know what I mean? They give me the old stink eye. So I'm saying, you know what, guys? I can't say it. I forgot what it said. What does it say? What does it say?
Let's see. Relax, gringo. I'm legal.
Okay.
Good
You know
Lord.
what? Because they'd be looking at me like, what are you doing? And I even took a Xerox of my birth certificate.
Why did you do that?
Because they would say, where are you from? I say, right there. Right there. And then I show them my shirt. So I'm sorry, Jeff. Whew.
Well, happy Saturday to you.
Hey, we're getting in Christmas season, aren't we?
I know. Yeah, November the 1st, it's Christmas time around these parts.
Man, I've got such a collection.
And we've already had our first radio station go all Christmas.
Hey, this is imported. I got this out of North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at a thrift store.
I think it suits you, especially your little red and green balls.
Well, hey, you know what? Oh, God, I know, boy. Sometimes they do,
Hey, by the way, have you voted?
I voted all right. I took this thing so serious.
You know that this is the last day of early voting. Today is it?
Really?
6 o'clock is over, and then your next opportunity to vote will be Tuesday during the general election.
Well, I tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like some of those elections coming out of the Republican side. I did my own write-ins.
Whoa. You did your what?
I did my own write-ins.
What do you mean?
Well, you know what? I don't like that one whack job, so I put in Sandifer. He's the only Republican. And then I went down all these things, and I said, you know what? We need somebody good in office.
Yeah.
And so I got out there, and I said, hey, lady, what do you do? I can't use this pitch. She goes, no, you could type it in. So I typed it in. And the first one I got to, I mean, Christy Hubbard, I like her.
Yeah.
She is smart, and
Yeah.
I know she is good in math.
Yeah.
I put my own name in there. And I thought, I like this lady, but she needs some competition. And then I thought, you know what? How hard is that job? So you know that Gina girl?
Yeah. Yeah.
Their offices are right next door, right?
Yeah, right.
I could do those jobs.
So
2 different offers. I put in treasurer. And so I was on a roll. And you know what? They were looking at me, and I was looking at them and said, okay, to hell with you. So I started going, man. And I said, what's the next job on the list? I thought, I got a big truck. I put sheriff in. So what do you think of that?
Yeah. Well, what about coroner?
Oh, God, Jeff, why did you bring that up? You know what? I cut the meat every Thanksgiving
So
and
that-
Christmas.
All right. So
you know?
let me make sure you're qualified then to
Well,
be
sure.
a coroner.
How hard is it? Lord, to go in there and look at him, say, "Oh, that's a dead one." What? All right, sign up. Give me my tablet so I can sign off. Yes, sir. I did. I put in soil conservation. I did them all. I think I'm gonna get one of them. Maybe I take that back. You know what? Is anybody out there? They know what happens. You know, I am so confident. I think I might get 2.
I
Right?
can't wait for Tuesday.
So what happens? Would you help me? What do I do about Duke? I just started with him and I got my free jacket.
That's a good
I have to
question.
quit. I'd much rather be like the OCC and milk the taxpayers.
So funny. Oh, goodness gracious. Good morning. At 5 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock, it is Chris Rouen, and you have a fan club. Aston, who is that in the studio with you? It's often imitated but never duplicated.
Hey, I don't know if they hear me. We tell them yo.
Yo. It's Chris Rouen, ladies and gentlemen. And today on the show, we are going back in time, because this weekend we change clocks. We have to fall back tonight. Yeah, right. Before you go to bed, make sure you set your clocks back. So what we do about this time every year, we do a show around time. And what we do, we play songs that have the word time in them. Ooh. Yes, and we've got some good ones this morning.
Like Time After Time?
That's correct. Cyndi Lauper. Player.
Muskrat Love?
No. Player, This Time I'm In It for Love. Or honorable mentions, like Tonight's the Night by Rod Stewart.
Oh, I remember that.
See, that's a good one. But we're going to kick off the show with a 1970s classic this morning. And one of the all-time great ones when it comes to talking about time, it's Could We Turn Back the Hands of Time? Tyrone Davis from 1970. See, now you're getting into the time songs here. Oh, this is a good one here. 6 minutes after 9, it is Chris Rouen and Jazzy Jeff, the greatest hits.
Can you mask my face so the Duke Power Boss won't see me?
I'm so lonely without you. Can't sleep at night. Always thinking about you. But if I had the chance to start all over, I would be wishing today on a 4-leaf clover, and leaving would be the last thing on my mind. If I could turn back the hands of time. Turn back the hands of time. Oh, baby. Turn back the hands of time. Oh, darling, I can't hold out much longer. But the pain is getting deep. Oh, the hurt keep getting stronger. But if I had just one more try, I would be yours alone until the day I die. And we would have a love so divine. If I could turn back the hands of time. Turn back the hands of time. Oh, baby. I could turn back the hands of time. Remember, girl, that I love you. me come back home. Your love has been so good to me, baby, and I just realized without it I can't go on. 'Cause for you're the other half that makes my life complete. If I had one more chance, we'd have a love so sweet, and leaving would be the last thing on my mind. If I could turn back the hand of time. Oh, baby, I love you. Girl, I need you. It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he take us anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you why I really want to know. It's the time of the season for loving.
Well, Sunny 107.9 is WFBS, and that is the Zombies. It is the time of the season. You were telling me about your...
I was a junior.
Well, you tell me about your Malibu?
I had a 64 Chevelle Malibu.
Ooh.
White vinyl top.
Did it have an 8-track player in it?
Oh, it sure did. I had to have it put in,
Uh-huh.
and I had the Turtles in it.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that was my go-to song when I was dating.
So,
Hey, let me
happy
have some
together,
Turtles, you know?
happy together. Oh, man.
Yeah, and I just cruise.
Chris Ruins. Oh, it's me,
I would
it's
just
Ernest
cruise.
T. Oh, good Lord.
Of course, you didn't have electric windows,
No,
but I
no.
perfected the cool way of rolling my windows. I'd be like, you know, oh, can I cool it off a little bit? Yeah, you know.
It didn't have air conditioning in it, did
Oh,
it?
hell no.
Do you know what my first car was? Have I ever told you what my first car
Yeah,
was?
you did. You said it was a Maverick.
No, it was a Ford Falcon.
I thought it was a Corvair.
No, it was a 1969 Ford Falcon.
Oh, I would have smoked you in a race.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man, I had 289.
I had a 302.
Oh, did you? Well,
Yeah.
289 in the Chevy.
No, there was no 289 was in a Ford.
Oh, you know what? I got them mixed up. I had 327.
There you go. That's better. Yeah, I was getting ready. You don't know your cars like I do.
Hell, man, at my age.
I had a white 4-door with black interior, had 302 V8. It had power steering, and it
Power
had
steering?
It had
Back then?
factory air conditioning. In
No,
69.
Nobody had air conditioning.
Yeah, it had factory air in it. And that thing was a beast.
I bet you thought you were something.
I did, and I have a 102-inch fiberglass antenna on the back of it. I could reach out and touch anybody in Oconee County. Break 1-9 for the corn dog.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you have a CB in there?
Yes, I did.
So you were like a mobile phone back then.
That was it. That's how we communicated growing up. We also used the CB radios for us cruisers that used to cruise Applewood Shopping Center. I would be on lookout. I'd have my police scanner, so when I knew the sheriff's department was coming to shut Applewood down, I would tell everybody it's time for y'all to leave because sheriff's department would come. And they would get there, and nobody's there. Nobody's there.
So what did they call it? A handle? What was your handle?
Mine was the underdog.
The underdog?
I was the underdog. Unit 302, the underdog.
You weren't Jazzy?
Nope, I was the underdog.
I figured that because I had Jazzy Chris 1Z first.
Yeah, well, sure you did. Jazzy Jeff did not come along until like 1995 or 96.
Yeah, that was a pretty common name where it came from. It was 72 when I got mine.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah. Hey, I got a story for you this morning.
Oh, I love stories.
Here's the headlines. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do not wash clothes with gasoline.
Do not what?
Do not wash clothes with gasoline.
You know, there are people. Well, I know they get spots out.
Well, no. Here's the story. A man in France blew up his house with his washing machine. The man told police that he was trying to remove a grease stain from his shirt when he poured a cup of gasoline in the washer. When the machine changed cycles, spark ignited the gasoline and blew out the first floor of his home, knocking him unconscious in the process.
But he lived, right?
He lived, but yeah, he poured a cup of gasoline in his washing machine.
Having to tell your friends how stupid that was for the rest of your life, he probably wishes he was dead. People do some weird crap, man.
That is a true story if I've ever heard one. But yeah, he poured a cup of gasoline in his washing machine. It changed spot cycles, and the spark ignited the gas, and it blew out the first floor.
Hey, let me tell you something. Talk about stupid.
Uh-huh.
When I was 16, my brother let me take his 64 GTO. So I load this thing up with 4 guys, and he said, you better not speed. So I didn't. Well, anyways, we didn't have much gas, and my friends, they were so cheap, man. I said, come on, man, give me some gas money. How many gas money? I said, come on, we don't have money. I got to take it back. And the guy said, I know where we can get all the free gas you want.
Oh, Lord.
So this guy took me over to the school area where they had the buses.
Yeah.
And, man, he said, here, and he's siping gas out. And we got 2 miles down the road. And you know what happened?
What?
It was diesel.
Oh, no.
It was. It stopped. I didn't know what was. Oh, man. My brother, he beat the hell out of me. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can. I actually can for you.
All the free gas you want.
All right, 17 minutes after 9 this morning. It is the greatest hits. We are playing songs this morning that have to do with time. Okay, everything has to be done with time. So coming up in our next segment, we've got 2 more great songs that have to do with time. We've got the Rolling Stones, Time Is On My Side.
Oh, God, I love that song.
I've got Bob Seger, Old Time Rock and Roll. And I've even got a few ones like Captain and Tennille. It's not Muskrat Love, but is Do That To Me One More Time.
You know, why is it, you think about that, there's no modern songs that really have time in it.
I know. I completely understand. But, modern music ain't what it used to be either. Hey, I had a DJ party Thursday night.
You did?
I did a Halloween party, and
How was that?
oh, it was great. I mean, these folks were really requesting some great music from the 1980s, and I'm seeing a pattern here with some of these parties that I've been doing lately. I'm seeing more of the 80s now than the 60s and 70s. Well, the late 70s with disco music, of course, that will always be there, but the 80s now are very prevalent. But they got out there and they shook their tail feathers. They had a good job. Yeah, it was good little Halloween party Thursday. About maybe 75 to 100 people.
Well, you get my generation, you do one for them, and they want that late 50s, 60s, It's just, they're jamming, but the problem is there's nobody on the dance floor because they can't get up.
Help, I'm white, I can't get down. I got 2 left feet planted on the ground. Help, I'm white, I can't get down. Hey, by the way, last night, Kentucky Headhunters rolled through Salem last night.
Really?
Oh, it was great.
I bet there were some people partying.
Oh, yes.
I bet there were some people that couldn't even walk.
Oh, yes. There was 1 or 2 that I ran into, but they had a great time. It was fun.
Did you have your drone?
Yeah. The drone photos are on the radio station's Facebook page.
Already?
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Did you use that drone to help carry some people out?
No,
you didn't have to?
Didn't have to. I just got some great pictures and did some things with the drone that I've not done. I've never shot a concert like this with a drone. This is my first time. And honestly, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I was able to maneuver the drone right above the stage as they were singing, and I've got some aerial shots of the stage and stuff. But it was fun last night.
I don't think people realize you have actually. It's just not like this rookie stuff. You have a license.
I do. I have a
almost like a pilot's license.
Well, it is. I had to take the same thing that a private pilot has to take, except I have an endorsement in unmanned aerials, which is drones. Basically, I can fly the unmanned aerials that the United States Army has.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. You better hope we don't go to war. You know what? Because they're going to draft you. You'd be flying the drones.
Well, I mean,
You think you could do that?
Oh, absolutely, I could do that.
I could probably do that.
It's fun. I enjoy it. To me, it's kind of relaxing because I love getting up there and seeing the views that you can see
you
up there.
You got to be able to see really good on the screen. I had cataract surgery, so I could really see good. So I might be getting drafted too.
Well, I think for Christmas I'm going to get me a new set of glasses because I'm having a hard time seeing.
Really?
Yes, I am. Oh yeah, my eyesight is getting worse as the older I get. Of course, January I'll be turning 49 years of age. 49.
If you want the most advanced technology in eyesight, you need to get glasses from Temu. I mean,
I've seen some of your glasses, and
they
scare me.
I tell you, the clarity is. I mean, I'll put those glasses on. There'll be things I'll be seeing, and you can't see them unless you're wearing the glasses. I mean, they're so good,
Let's check in with your weather forecast here real quickly. Starting off a little bit cloudy. Was it foggy out there this morning?
Oh, it was cold.
Cold?
That's why I had to wear. My boss man, he's checking me out. I don't think he knows where I am.
Who?
My Duke Power got. I got my jacket.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
Well, otherwise, today it's going to be mostly cloudy. High around 75. Coming up tonight for kickoff for Clemson football. It's going to be mostly cloudy, low around 57, and then for Sunday, partly sunny. High around 68 Sunday.
Oh, it's a home game?
Clouds. I believe it is a home game. Let me go back up here.
That means I can't use my Ruby Tuesday coupon, man. It is so crowded.
I believe tonight is a home game, kickoff at 7:30, and that is correct. Louisville and Clemson tonight at 7:30 kickoff. So, yes, it is a home football game for the Clemson Tigers this evening. Monday,
I think I have some Ruby rewards that are expiring, too.
Well, you need to get down there and use them quick.
I can't because of the game. Too many people.
You can use it at 7:30 when kickoff happens.
Yeah, it's not too big. I could do that later.
You could.
Their salad bar, they have garbanzo beans on it.
Chris Rouen loves garbanzo beans.
I love garbanzo beans on salad.
Garbanzo beans. Yeah, those are good.
Can't you tell?
Gringo. Gringo.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm legal.
I know you are.
You probably want to see my birth certificate.
No, I've just got this little thing over here called the alien verification, where I can put your name in and see
Lord,
if you're.
I know it's got my fingerprint in there, doesn't it?
It's got your DNA sample in there. Gringo, give me your DNA sample. All right, well, stay with us because we've got more music on the way coming up for you here on the Greatest Hits, and we've got more songs to do with time. And we will have Time on My Side coming up for you here in just a few moments, right here on air and online at Sunny 107.9 WFBS and WFBSFM.com. At Twice a 10 Tap Room in Salem, community isn't just a word, it's the heartbeat of everything they do. Nestled in the heart of Oconee County, Twice a 10 brings together good people, local flavor, and a welcoming atmosphere where stories are shared and friendships grow. Whether it's the rich aroma of local crafted brews or the comfort of a place that feels like home, Twice a 10 Tap Room is proud to be a part of the fabric of Salem and is a proud sponsor of Sunny 107.9 WFBS. They're committed to celebrating the heart of our community every single day. So next time you're nearby, remember there's a place that's always been about more than just great drinks. It's about a place that brings us all together. Here's to community. Here's to Twice a 10 Tap Room in Salem. Proud sponsor of Sunny 107.9 WFBS and WFBSFM.com. It's Twice a 10 Tap Room in downtown Salem. Get ready for the holiday cheer at the Foothills Heritage Market's Holiday Market at the Farm Center in Seneca. Mark your calendars for 2 dates in November and 2 dates in December. November the 2nd and the 9th and December 7th and the 14th from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Sip on hot beverages, browse winter vegetables, and discover homemade bath and body products and so much more, which makes perfect gifts. It's a festive experience for the whole family. Make sure to join everyone, your family and friends, at the Farm Center's Holiday Market, 2063 Santa Fe Boulevard in Seneca, for fun and a festive shopping experience. This message sponsored by Sunny 107.9 WFBS and Net Doctors Fiber Wireless Internet of Seneca. Looking forward to seeing you there. The Foothills Heritage Market, where holiday shopping meets local charms, coming up November the 2nd and the 9th and December the 7th and the 14th. Well, that's not good when you go to press the button and you got weird sounds. Well, good morning, everybody. You didn't hear that, the weird sounds?
I think so.
Yeah. Well,
Now I hear it. I hear the music.
I know, I'm playing the music now. I was getting ready to hit one of those little liner things that says, hey, it's Jazzy Jeff, he's pulling the radio. And it went bing, bing. I know, it's okay, because time is on my side.
Is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Now you always say that you wanna be free, but you come running. I said you would, baby. You come running. I told you so many times before. You come
sing a little old-time rock and roll. And if you will notice, that is a little different version of old-time rock and roll.
It is?
It is. It's a remix version. Yeah. You didn't recognize the little beat behind it? The little drums right there? It's a whole different little tune there.
I was just jamming.
I know.
Hard.
We're jamming this morning. 9:32, songs about time. As you get ready to go to bed tonight, you move your clocks back 1 hour.
I forgot about that.
I hate this time. I really do. I hate not daylight savings time, but Eastern Standard Time, because, you get up kind of in the dark to go to work. You come home, it's dark. There's no in between. I'd rather them just leave it one time and leave it alone, because it's going to take months and weeks and years for my body to get adjusted to it. Just within, 3 or 4 months, we go right back to it. So I wish they would leave it alone.
Well, it was supposed to be 3 hours, wasn't it?
No, what? We go back 3 hours?
Yeah, I got coffee this morning, and they said that the government was making it 3 hours tonight. In fact, the government's going to even change the clocks themselves. We won't even have to do it.
Really?
3 hours.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
I was surprised, but hey, you know what?
That's our tax dollars hard at work.
Well, that's what they said.
That's Big Brother taking care of us. You like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Big Brother taking care of us.
So
Yes.
wait a minute. We're going to circulate that everybody's going to be 3 hours tonight. Don't forget. That's 3 hours extra sleep.
Yep. Y'all get back with 3 hours extra sleep. You can relive this show all over again.
That's what I heard.
It's kind of like Groundhog's Day. You get up over and over again and
It's
the
on the
same
World
thing.
Wide Web. 3
Hey,
hours.
if it's there, it's true. And if it's on Google, it's true.
That's absolutely.
By the way, I got 4 things today that you didn't know yesterday.
What?
Did you know there's 6 missing nuclear bombs that we know of?
I read that. I forgot about that. I wonder where it is. It's probably a coffee table in some dude's living room.
It's in my backyard. Got it pointed towards Mountain Rest.
Lord. One of those strongman contests in a carnival. Here, at the tip of this.
Yeah. The human brain is the same consistency as a room temperature of butter.
Really?
The tongue of a blue whale, the largest animal on Earth, can weigh as much as an entire elephant.
The tongue?
The tongue. Yes, the tongue. And finally, Pepperidge Farm is about to complete a factory that will allow them to make 1,500 goldfish crackers in a second. That's 90,000 a minute.
I love goldfish crackers.
Oh, gosh. Especially the extra cheddar. I like Pepperidge Farm cake, so what am I talking about? The chocolate cakes that you used to get in the freezer section. Don't tell me my life wasn't exciting, because I could eat a whole one of those cakes by myself.
It was hard to find them, too.
I don't even know. I don't even think you can find them. The last time we went to the grocery store, I think Lori wanted one. We couldn't find them.
I bet you could get one on eBay.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Temu. A Temu Pepperidge Farm cake. Yeah, you can get it on Temu. Everybody can get anything on Temu. All right, what do we got music-wise? Let's see here. Ooh, I got a good one, Chris. You ready? It's Cher.
Really?
Yeah, I got Cher. You remember this one? If I could turn back time.
I know.
Oh, here are the greatest hits.
You know what? I called her Cher. It drives my family crazy.
If I could find a way, I'd take back those words that have hurt you, and you'd stay. I don't know why I did the things I did. I don't know why I said the things I said. Pride's like a knife, it can cut deep inside. Words are like weapons, they wound sometimes. I didn't really mean to hurt you. I didn't want to see you go. I know I made you cry, but baby, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words
turn back time.
If I could turn back time, oh, baby. I didn't really mean to hurt you, or I didn't want to see you go. I know I made you cry, but oh, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that hurt you. If I could reach the stars, I'd give them all to you. Then you love me like you used to do. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
Well, music air from Cher this morning. If I could turn back time, I have to tell you a story. This happened just to me a couple of years ago. So I have my iPhone and I have a stereo Bluetooth for my motorcycle. And it was my dad and I. We were in Cherokee, North Carolina. And I really didn't know the song was going to come up on my playlist. And it was Cher. And it was her song from 74 called Half Breed. Not a good idea. We played that. That song popped up, and I had kind of loud, and we were going down. Yeah. I got some looks by the Indians, my friends. But, yeah, that was a moment that I felt a little embarrassed by me playing Cher and Half Breed at full volume on the motorcycle, you know. So I try not to do that ever again. That was just one of those
Well,
moments.
did you go back around on an apology tour? or
Nah,
anything?
I really should. I mean, that happened a few years ago. I felt like a turd in a punch bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and they're just looking like, and you know, it's got that little dancing Indian music, you know, where you get your picture taken with an Indian, you know, chief up there, and yeah, it just.
Oh, Lord.
That was one of those moments. Oh, let me see. Randy Mueller, my friends.
Oh, he's on?
He is on. He says, I hope at least Chris brought the coffee. Now, you know that Chris ain't going to bring nothing.
Oh, come. You know, we do need to do a shot off for him. You know, he's had some surgery and he
is
doing well.
recuperating.
Hey, what about Rufus? Ask him how Rufus is.
Hey, Randy D, how is Rufus? How's Rufus doing?
I got to look this up here.
Is that
you know.
Rufus the dog?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. How's Rufus doing?
Well, Rufus is nicer to me than he is. Rufus is king.
Yeah, well, your dogs don't like you, but they love
I
me.
can't help that.
I mean, Emma and Babe, and got to see them last week. Randy says, we're good. Rufus is good.
Good.
That's all that matters.
Good.
As long as Rufus is good. We're not worried about you. We're worried about Rufus.
Great. Hey, wait a minute, D. I don't think he saw my hat.
Oh, wait a minute. Chris is going to put the hat back on.
Oh, he didn't see my new hat.
But everybody can see, relax, Gringo, I'm legal.
Hold on.
Oh, my God. I may have to borrow that for a Christmas parade.
Hey, I had another one too. It's a big nut. Like that giant hat that the Nutcracker guys wear. That is the one I like. I wore this because I like the little bally things on it. You know.
So you can play with your balls?
Yeah. You know, I just rub them. You know, they're soft to felt. You know. What? Oh, Jeff, you always got your mind, you dirty thing.
Oh,
Oh man.
You know, I was sitting here. And we have an issue going on with the government right now that they are trying to lobby to keep AM radio, AM radio in cars.
Who's got AM radio? I don't know. Do we still have that?
Yes.
Every time I push the button for AM in my truck, it's just like a bunch of buzz.
Well, the problem is we don't have any radio stations around here.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, the one we got doesn't hardly stay on the air. But, yeah. But I was thinking back those golden days of radio.
Oh.
Like when radio AM.
Whoa.
Yeah.
WLS Chicago. Oh, guys, I love
WABC New York. WNBC. I'm Don Imus in the morning here on WNBC 660. Don Imus was my hero.
My Chevelle.
Yeah.
It had a nice AM radio.
Hey, I got to let you listen to something.
Okay.
Arkansas, WTAK is forced to leave the air. The Federal Communications Commission says we can't interfere with Yankee stations. Actually, we don't have to. They managed to mess things up very nicely. We're also prohibited by treaty from interfering with super powerful Mexican stations. You betcha chalupas, gringo. Probably
I bet you wondered how in the world did you know that? I knew that was there. I've been knowing that was there for years. Gringo! Oh, Gringo! Where are you at, Gringo?
Did you ever do a show on AM?
Yeah. Yeah.
AM DJ?
Yeah, listen.
as the sun sinks slowly into Arkansas, WTAK is forced to leave the air. The Federal Communications Commission says we can't interfere with Yankee stations. Actually, we don't have to. They managed to mess things up very nicely all by themselves, thank you. We're also prohibited by treaty from interfering with super powerful Mexican stations. Probably part of a far-sighted plan by the Mexican government to provide all the comforts of home and entertainment to millions of illegal aliens who have taken up residence here.
In the 80s.
In the crown of our State Department. The Federal Communications Commission has, in fact, granted us a provision.
Listen to this.
The rules that will allow us to stay on the air past sunset for a total of 7 minutes. If we spend $250,000 modifying our equipment to prevent interference with our neighbors to the south and our neighbors to the north. We could do this if we devoted that extra 7 minutes entirely to commercials for the next 276 years to pay for the equipment modification.
How does that sound to you, mister? I think it sucks.
And so, as the shades of night slowly descend, we'll leave our frequency, 1,000 kilohertz, to the Yankees. And to our neighbors to the south, the very careful gringo.
That is AM radio at its finest right there. When AM stations had to sign off the air, that was a station in Huntsville, Alabama. They actually got in trouble for that. The Federal Communications Commission didn't like that sign off at all, and they did get into a little bit of trouble there. But yeah, they're wrestling with the idea of getting rid of all AM radios in cars.
Really?
Yeah, the car manufacturers don't want to spend the money it would take. Like, for example, AM radio will not work in Teslas. It will not work in electric vehicles. It's just there's so much interference. And there's a lot that you'd have to do. But see, I grew up on AM. Yeah, and you talking about AM. Yes, I was in AM radio. When I started in 91, I was on both FM and AM. We had 100,000 watt FM here in Seneca, which was WBFM at the time, 98.1. And the sister was AM 1150, WS&W. It's the station that has been on the air since June the 1st, 1949. And it is still on the air today, being that it is a Christian radio station. Prior to that, it was big band, oldies, and pop music of the standard music, 40s, 50s, and some 60s. And in my illustrious career, I was general manager of an AM station in Clemson for 3 years. 1560 WAHT, doing exactly what I'm doing now on 107.9. I'm doing beach and oldies. I was doing that at 1560 for 3 years, and actually made a profit for an AM radio station. After everything was paid, and I paid myself, a salary, we made probably close to like $6,000-7,000 a month.
So, during World War II, Korea, and all that, when people would listen to the radio, that was AM radio.
Mm-hmm. FM had
when
not.
When did FM?
FM came along in the after World War II. They moved the band to where it currently resides now in the 88.1 to 107.9. Prior to that, it was 42 megacycles, 43 megacycles.
So what's the difference between AM and FM?
Okay, AM is atmospheric. It conducts to the earth, and you have to have more power to be able to transmit further, lower on the band, and its frequency is amplitude modulated, so it means it rises and falls. FM is a constant frequency modulation, and it takes the rise of the contour of the earth. It will go farther at higher tower level. The higher it is, it'll go further, but it's a clear it's clear, less static. It's not prone to interference such as AM radio. That's why at night you can hear AM radio stations all across the country because it bounces off the ionosphere, the atmosphere, and it will skip for hundreds of miles. That's
Which
why
is cheaper to make.
FM by far.
So why do they keep AM?
Because AM will work in a natural disaster where FM won't. If you remember in World War II prior to the 60s, you had the Colorado alert system before it was the emergency broadcast system. Certain stations had to sign off and they had to switch their frequencies either to 640 AM or 1240 AM. That was the only two radio stations that you could get emergency alerts during the Colorado era. So yeah, it's a whole different technology, but it costs more to maintain, and you have to have more property because of the grounding system for AM than you do for an FM.
Well, you know what? You'll be driving along and you hear that.
That's the emergency alert system.
And where is that? Is that FM or AM?
Both.
Both?
Yes, it operates on both. Both radio stations have to, by federal communication, by the law, you have to operate an emergency alert system for any radio station in the country. And we have one. I mean, we do the same thing for alerts.
We need it here, man.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I got that thing. I got 2 flyers in the mail about the
Oconee Nuclear
energy emergency crap. You
know? They just tested the sirens Wednesday around here. They did the 3-minute warning.
I'm dead because I didn't hear them. I would never hear them. Hey, Chris, you hear that? You know,
and see, Kiwi Key and the transmitter site is actually considered A0. It's ground zero for Oconee Nuclear. So if there's an evacuation, those folks have to go first. They got to get out of there. We're on the borderline of inside the 10-mile EPZ zone, but if you drive down the street 2 miles, you're outside the 10-mile EPZ zone.
So what about like Kiwi School Road?
Kiwi School Road is in the A1 area. So
yes, that's a bad area.
That you are right in the area of the 10-mile, inside the 10-mile emergency protective zone.
If I hear that thing.
South 85, get on 85, go south to Atlanta.
Not Mountain Rest?
I wouldn't,
Mountain Rest?
Unless you want to go to Stump House Tunnel. That might be a good place to bug out to.
They probably wouldn't let me in.
Yeah, well, I've got secret entrance to get in, so anyway. Well, there you go. I'm glad I could have this little history lesson for you
God,
this morning.
Is so educational.
I know. That's what this radio program's about. It's called education. And we educate the masses here this morning.
I'm going to take this recording. I think I'm going to sell it on my own station.
Well, if that's how you feel, that's what you need to do. All right, weather forecast time. We've got more tune songs coming up. Dr. Hook, Better Love Next Time. I've got Cupid, I've Loved You for a Long Time. Styx, Best of Times. Culture Club time. Alan Parsons Project time. And I think I'm going to have to start off with a smooth, silky favorite.
What about Black Sabbath? We can play any of that today?
No, we're not playing No Black Sabbath today on the program. All right. I played that Thursday.
Marilyn Manson?
Didn't play that.
Okay.
I did play AC/DC. Yeah, we played Hell's Bells Thursday for Halloween. So we're going to do a little Captain and Tennille.
No Thriller? You didn't play?
I did play Thriller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were they doing the dance?
Oh, yeah. I played Thriller. All right, weather forecast goes as follows for today. It is going to be a little on the cloudy side, overcast for today. Otherwise, temperatures topping at around 75. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low around 57. And then for Sunday, partly sunny, high around 68 degrees. Sunday night, increasing clouds, low around 54. And then for Monday, mostly cloudy, high around 66. Just remember that school in Oconee County will be closed Monday and Tuesday. They're off Monday and Tuesday.
Why? I didn't know that.
Yes. They're off Monday and Tuesday.
Why are they off?
Election.
Oh, I thought maybe we were running out of money. Okay,
No. Most elections you're off. If you like
we
presidential,
never were.
We were.
When I
Yes.
was a kid. And you know, they had those giant machines, and when you voted, I remember with my mom and dad, I always wanted, with my mom, I wanted to take the crank because you had a crank. When you got done voting, you pulled the crank that would open the curtains.
Yeah.
Did you ever see anything
I
like that?
have. Yeah.
Oh, no, I saw that.
Yeah. Randy says that you need to put Velcro strips on your noggin to keep that hat on. I have some industrial strength Velcro if you're interested
You
in
do?
it. Yeah, I do.
I got one for him. He can borrow my Nutcracker one.
All right, stay tuned. We're going to do Captain and Daniil coming up after this break called Do That To Me One More Time. Oh, baby. Here are the greatest hits. Blue Mountain Media is your local screen printing experts and the official screen printing providers of Sunny 107.9 WFBS. Based in Seneca, Blue Mountain Media offers top-notch screen printing services for all your needs. From custom t-shirts and hats to vibrant banners, we bring your designs to life with precision and quality. Located in Seneca, offering custom t-shirts and hats and quality banners. Blue Mountain Media, your local partner for high-quality screen printing and media services, and their official t-shirt provider of Sunny 107.9 WFBS. Blue Mountain Media, located in Seneca, your local screen printing experts, and a proud sponsor of our radio station, Sunny 107.9 WFBS and WFBSFM.com. That's Blue Mountain Media, West North 1st Street in beautiful downtown Seneca.
Give me that good mix.
Groovin' Oldies. Sunny 107.9 WFBS. It's Jazzy Jeff and the greatest hits on Sunny 107.9 WFBS and WFBSFM.com.
Pass that
I read your face, I see misery. 'Cause the one you love has left you dry. Don't start believing that you're gonna die. Just pick your heart up off the floor and try again. You'll find better love next time, baby. Don't give up, and I know you're gonna find better love next time, baby. Someone will be waiting down the line with better love, better love, better love, better love next time. Sometimes it's better to let it all go. I've been there and I think I should know. So have a good cry, wash out your heart. If you keep it inside, it'll tear you apart. Sometimes you lose, but you're gonna win. If you just keep hanging in, you'll find better love next time, baby. Don't give up, and I know you're gonna find better love next time, baby. Someone will be waiting down the line with better love, better love, better love next time, baby. Don't give up, and I know you're gonna find better love
Next time, baby.
Someone will be waiting
Down the line with better love. Better love. Better love next time, baby.
You should be the sweet Adam.
I should put an eye patch on, and I could be like Ray Sawyer there from Dr. Hook there. Better love next time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the most exciting moment of all of radio. You know what it is?
What?
It's time we tell you who we are. It's legal ID time for station identification.
Oh, you have to do
Oh,
this by law.
top of the hour by law.
You,
Well,
you mentioned my name too.
Yep, here we go. Sunny 107.9 is WFBS LPFM Salem, WFBSFM.com. It's Chris Rouen, it's Jazzy Jeff, and it is the greatest hits. And today it's all about time.
Won't you come on in? Won't you come on in? The weekend's fine. The weekend's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news this morning. Our bozo criminal for today comes from Sandusky, Ohio, where bozo Robert Martin had a fun night on the town hitting his favorite bars. Closing time came, he climbed into his car to head home. So far, so good. But somewhere along the way, he must have taken a wrong turn, and before you know it, he found himself hopelessly lost. And instead of pulling over and sleeping it off, he did what any bozo would do. He dialed 911 and asked for directions to his house.
Lord.
The dispatcher realized he was intoxicated and dispatched officers to his location. Busted, he was charged with DUI.
Do you know what Sandusky is famous for?
I'm afraid not.
Cedar Point Amusement Park.
Oh, okay, okay.
That was Cedar Point growing up for me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got to go to Cedar Point, that's big time. But I'm going to tell you a really quick Cedar Point story.
Okay.
All right, now, and he's looking at the clock. Well, I'm going to tell you this. So it is about, and people don't realize the Midwest in the summer, it gets hot. Mm-hmm. So we had our kids, and we went, just Gladys and I went up with some friends, and it was so hot, I was dying. Well, of course, you know, and I'm dying, I'm kind of complaining. So we're in line to get into this ride, and this ride literally had like 200 people in line. And I'm sitting there, and then I start arguing with this guy, this friend of mine. He said, "Oh, well, you could complain." I said, "Oh, my God, I'm dying." Just as I said that, I felt right on my head.
Puke?
Nobody, no. a bird crapped on my head. And I'm in line, literally, I swear to you guys, I'm in line with at least nobody. And I went, and it was like this coming down. And I'm like, huh. Nobody said anything. The whole line got silent. And then I said, okay, it's okay to laugh. So I took my shirt and everybody laughed. That was a fun, it was on me, but I could take it. That bird, it was a giant. Isn't that wild?
Oh, that's wild. I've been up to that amusement park. What is it called? Six Mountains? It's in Mountain Rest.
Really?
Yeah.
That where they have those donkey rides? I thought they had those donkey rides, Well, there's no donkeys, though.
Here's the Spinners this morning.
Cupid, roll back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart. Now, I don't mean to bother you, but I'm in distress. There's danger of me losing all of my happiness. For I love a girl who doesn't know I exist, and this you can fix. So, Cupid, roll back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, my lover's heart. Ooh, now, Cupid, if your arrow makes a love song for me, I promise I will love her until eternity. I know between the two of us, her heart beating still. Help me if you will. So, Cupid, roll back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. For me, don't you hear me calling? Straight to my love. My tears keep falling. Straight to my love. I got to have a love now. Cupid, whoa, Cupid, yeah. Look, I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby. I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby. I look at you, you turn away. I say to you, please look my way. But you say to me, leave me alone. Then I say I can't live without you. Hey, I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby. I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby. Girl, didn't you know that my love for you and it hurts me so bad? I'm telling you, come on, look at me once, try it again. Then you see I can't live without you. I love you for a long time. Now it's time to make you my baby, make you my baby. Cupid, roll back your bow and let your arrow go straight to my lover's heart. Oh, straight to my lover's heart. Hear me call, straight to my lover's heart. I feel the love getting stronger. Straight to my lover's heart. All I've got to do is call you louder. Cupid, Cupid.
The Spinners from 1980. Cupid, I've loved you a long time. 8 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. Are you looking for something fun to do Wednesday, Chris?
Yes, I am.
Well, I've got something fun for you to do. The Oconee History Museum, our good friend Jennifer Moss, who is the director-curator, will be having a Bring Your Lunch and Learn about an interesting topic. And this week's interesting topic will be before Lake Keowee existed, the Keowee River Valley was a thriving area of various commodities that existed early 1800s. She will examine the history of the Keowee River Valley from the Cherokees up until the construction of the lakes. And this is a lunch and learn. You don't want to miss it, and registration is required. For more information, you can go to the Oconee History Museum. It's on Facebook. Follow them on Facebook. Or you can go to the website at Oconee History Museum. And she does a wonderful job explaining things about our community and the history of Oconee County.
But you know what? When you look at the lake, it's a big land mass it covers.
18,000 acres Keowee and 7,500 for Joe Cassie, but Hartwell is 52,000 acres.
I think it would be so cool to understand when you look at these lakes and the land mass they cover. Without that land mass, what was there? Like
River.
Stores and stuff?
Well, you had communities, you had a few homes, you had a sawmill, you had roads and bridges, particularly around the Keowee, the South Cove area, right in front of the current water treatment plant. About 80 feet in water was the Seneca Light and Water's old original water plant, because they used to get water off Cane Creek. That's where Seneca drew its water source from back in the, I think it was built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
So you think about what your parents saw before the lake was thought about being built, and they're just driving around like on a Saturday.
It's just like a country back in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had the creeks and you had the rivers. You know, if we had to have the lakes, this probably would have been the great rivers of the South, because you had the four headwaters of the Keowee River, Joe Cassie, you had Whitewater, Thompson, Green, and Toxaway rivers. You had the four that came to form the Keowee River, okay? And then from Keowee down, you had Little River that joined up around Neary. That's the original Little River channel. When you come on down towards Clemson, you had the 12-mile creek that formed the headwater of the Seneca River. So then it formed Tougaloo to the headwaters of the Savannah River. So you would have had the great rivers of the South. But by the lakes coming, you had progress. Things were changing in the late 60s around here. Textile plants were already starting to die. Right after the lake was built, Oconee Nuclear, the Duke Power Complex, the first plant to go was Abity Mills, and that is the Neary Mill. In 1975, April of 75 is when it shut down.
A lot of people working there.
There was, and it's just like the Seneca, West Point Stevens, J.P. Stevens. It was Lonsdale Mill before that. It was the Utica Mohawk Mill, J.P. Stevens. You had the Seneca plant, and then you had the Clemson plant. But textiles was already dying around here. I mean, unfortunately, cotton was no longer the cash cow of the South. Things had to change. And luckily, by having Duke Power, having a nuclear power plant, hydroelectric, that started bringing technology forefront of what was happening or what was yet to come. Without Duke Power, none of what we have now would exist in Oconee County. You would not have the Keowee Key. You would not have the gated communities on the lake. You would not have the large tax base that you have now in Oconee. So, yes, there's a lot of good things that happen with Duke Power, but there's also a lot of people that still harbor resentment and hate because they lost all their family's property.
Right.
And honestly, these 4,000 acre farmsteads, they only got pennies on the dollar for them. And then you had, and this is historically saying, you actually had real estate people back in the late 60s going around telling everybody that you wasn't going to be able to use the lake. There would be a fence around it, and was scaring people to sell their properties. That happened.
Really?
Yeah, that did happen. There was a lot.
Did they have to sell the property?
Yeah.
Were they forced, like
Yes.
legally?
Yes. We had eminent domain that was placed on several people that had, and that's where a lot of the folks got really pissed off.
So,
matter of fact, the story goes, underwater of Joe Cassie is the Joe Cassie Girls Camp. It was used to be a hotel, but it was a camp for girls that they would come up there in the summer months, and they would horseback, whitewater rafting. They would do the typical things you would do at a summer camp, but it was for girls. And Brown's Hotel that area up there. You've seen the video that I've showed you YouTube about the Atacula Lodge that's underground that they found underwater. That was the same thing. That was the last holdout of the Jocassee Valley. They were the last ones there. And they did not sell. They fought. They did get an injunction, but it was too late. The lake was backing up, and you weren't going to be able to stop the progress of that.
So when you were a kid, like you were driving, you know, in that peninsula area where my house is, did you ever drive? There wasn't a road there, was there?
No, there was roads. But now,
Like
see, remember,
the subdivision where I'm at, wasn't that just land?
That was land.
Did you ever go back?
But there is a road that came through that neighborhood. It was on the bigger staff side. There's a at the dead end down there at Mears Way. That's the old road bed that went back towards Seneca.
But when you were like,
I wasn't there. I was not born when this lake backed up.
I'm talking about though.
But my parents were.
Yeah.
My dad was one of the last ones to ride over some of the old bridges as the water was backing up. Because I've heard the stories. He told me the stories of that.
But in that area where my subdivision
and bigger staff, yes.
When you were like a teenager, were you ever?
There was nothing in there.
What was it? Just land?
It's just land.
Did you ever go back there and fish or anything?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You probably went back.
Well,
to
listen, I've told you the story before about me standing at South Cove in, like, say, 1986 and looking left or right, and there'd be nothing until you got to the Kiwi Marina. That was the only thing on that side. There was no houses.
That is wild.
There was no houses. Where you're at right now on Barnes Road, there was nothing. It was all land.
So what forced them to start selling the land?
Well, Crescent Resources, which was a subsidy of Duke at the time, realized they could make millions. And they did make millions. They made billions of dollars off the land that they sold.
So they were not forced to sell lake property legally?
No. The first major development on Kiwi was Normandy Shores. And that's the only reason that was because that was part of the city of Seneca. That's the first lake development. And that was already because the homes were already over there. They just cut up, made the shoreline, built the lake, and the homes were already there. But that's Normandy Shores. That was one of the first on Kiwi.
That is fascinating.
That was already there in the 70s, early 1970. It was already there. But, you know, Seneca did well because they got a free water plant out of it. Duke had to pay for them to build a brand new water plant, and they paid for it. Seneca never had to invest anything in building that water plant. Only they've done through the years is the renovations or the upgrades. But Duke handed them a brand new key to a brand spanking new water filtration system. And that has been so good for Seneca. And now everybody and their brother is wanting the water rights. Now you've got Pickens County, the joint water sewer thing over there in Pickens County. They're trying now to lobby for access to get water out of Pickens, out of Lake Kiwi. Waha gets water out of Lake Kiwi on the upper part.
I mean, I'm going to ask you a dumb question. With all these people wanting to take the water out, that would never cause a problem about having enough, right?
Ask the folks on Hartwell how they feel about Atlanta trying to come up and run a pipe down 85 to steal Hartwell water.
Oh yeah, I heard
that happened. That happened a few years ago.
Okay, so last question: Why is it that you go to the TVA lakes in Tennessee, and those lakes will fluctuate 20 feet or more every day, and we don't?
We do,
but not 20 feet.
No,
Jeff.
we do about between 3 to 5 feet. Jocassie's different. Bad Creek does. Bad Creek can fluctuate 20 feet in an hour.
But have you ever been on I-40 and you see, I mean, we've gone up to
Fontana.
Knoxville.
Fontana is one over in western North Carolina that does that. Lake Douglas up at Pigeon Ford, Sevierville in Tennessee. That's just the way they're designed because they're hydroelectric plants.
Where in the morning or whatever, they're in water.
Yes.
And then you come home or vice versa, and they're kind of hanging off.
You don't realize it, but Kiwi used to do the very same thing prior to like the early mid-'80s. Kiwi would go 5 to 6 feet because they would pump all that water out of Kiwi back into Jocassee overnight. Yes.
So they don't do that as much.
They don't do that as much. They still pump, but it's not the wide fluctuations that we once had around here.
So what made it not?
The Federal Energy Commission mandated that Lake Kiwi could only go down 5 feet now because of the reactors. Right. That was a safety thing that was initiated. Prior to that, I've seen Kiwi down 21 feet.
21?
I have seen kiwi down 21 feet.
Why?
In the summer of 1986, we had a drought. And I could walk from the swimming area at South Cove all the way across and never see water.
To Kiwi Marina?
No. From the swimming shore at South Cove, you could walk across the cove to the point, to South Cove.
I can't believe
I've seen that. Oh, yes. I grew up here. I visually can remember it. And that was like 86. I was 10 years old.
Boy, I bet they were getting scared.
Yeah, and that's when people started complaining. They will drain Joe Cassie dry now before you will ever see kiwi back in drought. Joe Cassie will go dry. And Joe Cassie's went down 30-something feet during a drought because Joe Cassie, of course, is a deeper lake, and it's not as big. The kiwi is primarily, they use it for the cooling for the nuclear reactor and backup power, which is kiwi hydro. So I'm glad you enjoyed this little history lesson.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You know what? It's off the music, but it's easy to get off on that.
Well,
because
a lot
it's so
of people,
fascinating.
but a lot of people don't understand, and hopefully this morning, by them hearing that, they will understand that there was families that lost hundreds of acres, thousands of acres. And I will say this: there is legitimacy to somebody that we both know. He made a very valid point in that they lost their family's property. They did, because again, they got pennies on the dollar. And that's David McMahon. His family, he's made a very valid point through the years because of that. But again, all this property they had, they couldn't farm it. It was too rocky. You never had a lot of farms. I mean, you had these small farms, but nothing of major importance. And when Duke came in and offered them $200 an acre, their eyes, I mean, they'd never seen that much money. $200 an acre, wow. But yet, they never got anything else. That was it. And Duke made billions of dollars off of the property on Kiwi.
Well, hell, they should have sued them then.
Well, they tried, and nothing happened. They lost. Yeah. The lawsuit was thrown out. So anyway, there you go. It's 20 minutes after 10. I got more tunes about time. I've got Sticks, the best of times coming up, Culture Club. And you want Cyndi Lauper this morning, right? Do time after time.
Oh, God, I love that.
Let's go ahead. We'll bump Cyndi Lauper up first, and then we'll do Sticks, best of times. Weather forecast, don't forget Clemson game day today. This evening, 7:30 kickoff. Don't forget, set your clocks back tonight. It's going to be mostly cloudy with high near 75 for today. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 57, and then for Sunday, partly sunny, and the high around 68 degrees. All right, Chris, I got a question for you. In a survey, 61% of women say the first thing they do when they get home from work is what?
Take their bras off.
Nope.
What? Take their shoes off?
Nope.
Well, I don't know. Have a cigarette?
No. Change out their nice clothes and switch into pajamas or sweats.
Oh.
That's true. Monkey Monster, first thing she does, she takes off her teacher's clothes and puts her shorts on.
I don't do that because that's what I wear in the house anyway.
Shorts anyway, right?
You got it.
Well, I forgot you are retired. And you did found GE in 1892.
I thought it was 95.
No, it was
years ago.
It was 1892. I remember that distinctly.
God.
10:21 right now. The greatest hits temperature 62 degrees. Sunny 107.9 WFBS. More with Jazzy Jeff. That's me and Chris Rouen coming up on the other side.
Hello, this is Pastor Greg Varner, and I'm the pastor of Ann Hope and Friendship United Methodist Churches in Seneca, South Carolina. I'd like to invite you to join our congregation for worship on Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. at Ann Hope and 11 a.m. at Friendship. If you can't be with us in person, join our service on social media and over the air on Sunny 107.9 WFBS and LakeKiwiRadioOnline.com. Ann Hope is located in the Utica Mill Village in Seneca, and Friendship is located on Friendship Road in Seneca. Again, we'd love to have you come worship with us. For more information, please visit our website at annhopeumc.org or on Facebook. We look forward to having you join us this Sunday.
Looking for reliable internet service in Oconee County? Look no further than Net Doctors in Seneca. Net Doctors offers both wireless and fiber internet solutions to keep you connected. Whether you're streaming your favorite shows, working from home, or keeping in touch with loved ones, our high-speed internet ensures you have a seamless online experience. Did you know that the Sunny 107.9 WFBS transmitter site is powered by NetDoctor's fiber internet? It's the same fast, reliable service available to you in certain locations across Oconee County. If you need more information, their telephone number is 864-882-1650, and their team is ready to assist you with all your internet needs. NetDoctors in Seneca, keeping you connected with top-notch wireless and fiber internet, because staying connected matters. Proudly supporting our community and powering Sunny 107.9 WFBS. Call 882-1650.
Sunny 107.9 WFBS.
100,000 milliwatts of community radio.
It's Jazzy Jeff and the greatest hits on Sunny 107.9 WFBS and WFBSFM.com.
Tonight's the night we'll make history. Honey, you and I. 'Cause I'll risk to tie back the hands of time and stay with you here tonight. I know you feel these are the worst of times. I do believe it's true. When people lock their doors and hide inside, rumor has it it's the end of paradise. But I know if the world just passed us by, baby, I know I wouldn't have to cry, no, no. The best of times are when I'm alone with you. Some rain, sunshine will make this a world for two. Our memories of yesterday will last a lifetime. We'll take the best, forget the rest, and someday we'll find these are the best of times. These are the best of The headlines read, these are the worst of times. I do believe it's true. I feel so helpless, like a boat against the tide. I wish the summer wind could bring back paradise. But I know if the world turned upside down, baby, I know you'd always be around my mind. The best of times are when I'm alone with you. Sun rain, sunshine.
Well, 1980 was the year. It was a smash for the group Styx and the best of times. 1031, Sunny 107.9 WFBS. It's Jazzy Jeff with two Z's along with Chris Rouen. That's Jazzy Chris with one Z. And I want to remind you, today is the final day if you intend to do early voting. You can do it at the Pine Street Administrative Complex in Oconee until 6 o'clock this evening. And so far, it has been a great turnout for early voting. 2+ thousands in a day, and I think there'll be a big push coming up today for the final result for the early voting, and then we go into the regular election.
And if you can't vote today,
You can vote Tuesday.
Exercise your right. This is one right that we have, and it's important you do it.
It is important you do it, regardless. You can write in Chris Ruin for local offices.
Of course.
How's that run for State House 2? Is it doing well?
Well, you're my campaign man. I mean, how is it going? The polls were looking sharp.
Yeah,
weren't
they were looking good for you.
I got the thing about it is I got so little time and so much T-Boo clothes to wear on the state floor. Right?
You have a great collection of Temu attire.
And my jewelry.
Yeah.
I'm ready. My glasses.
Well, it was also on this date, November the 2nd, back in 2022, that Mariah Carey was no longer being sued for copyright infringement over her hit song, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
What?
She was
I thought
sued.
that was her song.
No, it was not her song.
Well, who wrote it? I thought they said
No, country singer Andy Stone dropped his legal action. Mr. Stone, who performed under the name Vince Vance and the band The Valiants, previously filed the lawsuit because they sang it first.
Well, you know, that song is like the most popular Christmas song ever.
Which one? Madonna's version, or I thought?
No, her version.
Well, yeah, but
Did he get money for it? You think?
I'm probably it's an out of court settlement. That's what I would think. It was an out of court settlement.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
I
he
love
was
that
he was
song.
claiming at least $20 million in damages, arguing that Carrie exploited his popularity and style. And you have to be honest, she did. I mean, she took it and made her song her own.
You know what? I'm not really into Christmas songs so much, but I like that. But I tell you, the one that I really don't like because it makes me so sad is that one about those shoes in heaven.
Oh, the Christmas shoes.
Oh, God, I hate that song.
Well,
I sit there and I start thinking, oh, you know, it's just
you want to bust out crying.
I know. I'm jamming with these songs, and that comes on, and I'm like, oh man, it's just, especially if I can't get to if I'm somewhere where I hear it and I gotta hear it, that I can't turn it off because it makes me so sad.
I know. It's kind of like Red Savine, the Teddy Bear song.
Well, you need to sing that song when I go to heaven because you can sing it about Crocs.
All right, listen up. I have a urgent plea for everybody that if you can give blood, let me tell you what's going on. A good friend of ours, David Garland, has a disease that requires him to, it's an autoimmune anemia. And he has kicked into high gear and is killing his red blood cells faster than his body can make them. They're asking if you can donate blood. Any blood bank in the upstate will work. If you can go to the Blood Connection, we have one here in Seneca next to the hospital. His account is 7DAB2. He is in desperate, he's so desperate that they will take any blood. Gamecock, Bulldog, Blue Devil, Terrier, Gator, Wolfpack, Tar Heels, but especially Tigers. And A- blood will be pushed to the front of the line, and he is needing help. Again, it's kicked in. He's had this disease for several years, and the only thing that saves him is a blood transfusion. So if you can do that today, it would be very, very important as we try to help get him some blood that he needs. Again, his Blood Connection account, he has one. It's 7DAB2. And you can go to any blood bank in the upstate will work. If you can go to the Blood Connection, he has an account, 7DAB2, and he's in desperate need for blood. And he's a good friend of ours. And so we hope that you can donate blood to continue to help him. And again, this is something he has to live with. He has been in and out of the hospital because of it. His wife was a former teacher taught with Lori at Kiwi Elementary School. Miss Tammy Garland, and they're asking for help.
Do you give blood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I give the
I've
Blood
always
Connection.
Wanted to. I can't. I had hepatitis in college.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm fine. Even testing it. And I asked my doctor. I said, why can't I? Because Anthony gives blood. Gladys has.
When's the last time you tried? Because they have relaxed the rules.
Probably 5 years ago.
I would go I would find out. They've relaxed the rules a good bit. Yeah, they have because they've got more advanced testing now. I would ask.
Gladys has that 0, the one that's neutral across everything.
Yeah.
That you can give to anybody. So hers is really needed, and she gives blood too.
Oh no, I've given blood before too, but if you can do that, that would be a great help to David and his family. Again, Blood Connection is your best alternative here in Oconee County. His account number 7DAB2, and I'm going to share that on the social media pages. Okay, 10:37 this morning here on the Greatest Hits. Let's crank up the Culture Club now. You ready?
Oh, yes.
Oh, here's time.
I love Boy George.
Yeah. You kind of look like an old version of Boy George. If you put some lipstick on and some makeup and a wig.
Oh, man, I could do that.
Do that and let me know. Get your Temu lipstick out here on the Greatest Hits. music there from Foreigner, and it feels like the very first time. I've enjoyed this show today with songs about time in them. I do this every year, but it's getting harder to choose the songs because there's only a limited amount of songs that have time in the title.
Yeah, they're not making them.
No, they're not. They're definitely not making songs with time anymore. No. What did you say about Cardi B? What was she doing? She's PO'd?
She was raising hell. See, I mean, man, I wouldn't hate to make that one mad. She was because Trump was talking about he was going to protect women whether they liked it or not.
Yeah.
And she was screaming at us at rally about I'll take care of my own.
Well, this is the one that sings the certain song that has the initials WAP.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and
she's a star.
Do you know that there was a certain radio station just a couple of weeks ago played the song?
They played that song
in its unedited version
locally.
Mm-hmm.
Did they catch hell?
Mm-mm. Nobody said a word.
Really? Hey, things have.
You remember George Carlin, right?
Yeah.
The 7 dirty things you can't say. You can say all of them now, apparently.
Wait a minute. You know what? You weren't born when Louie came out.
I've researched that one. They had congressional.
You won't even let me play it on this show.
I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in the 70s we had risque music.
Well, hey man, I had great hearing in 8th grade, and we would sit there and we'd be like this, and then we'd argue about what was said in that show. I mean, middle schoolers, what are you going to do, with your time? No, that's not what he said, blah, 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 Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe it.
Oh, we played that. We played that in my band.
Really?
Louie? Yes. Louie. There were only 2 songs that I fought, and they let me sing.
I mean,
Louie and Hang On Sloopy.
I mean, Chris, let's talk about music of the 70s. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You had this good little nugget here.
Which one's this?
Here we go. You ready? Having my baby.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh man.
Having my baby.
Oh.
Don't you just feel the love in here this morning, or what is that we feeling this morning?
Oh, man, that's when we knew how to make music.
Yeah, here we go. Your face is glowing. I can see it in your eyes. I'm happy you know it. Because you're having my baby. Oh, my God. Boy, I feel warm and fuzzies in here all of a sudden.
Yeah, but you know what? There's nothing better than being a middle school YMCA dance where I grew up and when Tommy James and the Shondells.
Oh, my gosh.
You talk about true love, man. You'd be dancing slow with your girlfriend. You'd be like, oh, our parents just don't understand. We're just alone now. That's the only thing I may like about that guy that's running in this election. Didn't he write that music? Wasn't he the one that ran that band?
Who's that?
The Tommy James guy locally.
No.
Is that? Wait a minute. He's not that same guy?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, I didn't
Because
know.
that same guy was one took over the line, Sweet Jesus.
Oh, God, I remember. I used to love that song. One toke over the line, sweet Jesus. One toke over the line. Oh, jeez.
Yes, it's 12 minutes away from the top of the hour. It's about time for us to get out of here in just a few
When
moments.
I was singing that song, I was that one toke over the line. I was driving my VW, not very well.
Not very well, huh?
No, kind of weavy. Hey, man, you know what? That's just the way it was growing up.
Well, Chris, you're talking about the 70s. You had such great tunes as
60s and 70s.
Having My Baby.
Hey.
But here's another one. Here's the rats taking a dump in the background. God, I hate this song. Why do I put myself through this torture?
Oh, God, I love that song.
Oh, God.
It makes me weepy.
Let's see if I can get onto the rats in the background. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is the part that I hate the most about this song.
Oh, no. You know what? I never thought about that.
It sounds
Those
like-
are the muskrats.
It sounds like rats taking the
Oh,
dump.
God, that was original, man. When you're using real muskrats in a song, you know, tell me about it, right? I mean, that wasn't a machine. Those were real muskrats. I've been to zoos before. They're just like that.
I want to barf. I really do hate this song, y'all. This is the worst song ever made.
You told me you and Lori fell in love to muskrat love.
You are out of there. You're
That's what
crazy.
you said. You said, Chris, you don't understand, you old man. Young love, we used to dance slow to that.
Oh my God, I hate that song.
Up at the VFW when I was DJing, I'd put that song on, and Lori and I would just dance slow, and everybody would join us.
Lori would or me, or you would dance with my wife.
No, I said you and Lori.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Hey, there's a couple of other tunes of the 1970s since we're on this little kick right here. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yes, my friends. From it was just like 75 and 76, there was a string of just some crappy tunes like this one. You recognize it? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Feelings. Nothing more than feelings.
You know one thing you never play?
What?
The Fifth Dimension.
I do play the Fifth Dimension. I've played the Fifth Dimension forever.
I've never heard of it. I
You-
love the Fifth Dimension.
Okay, you've never heard me play the Fifth Dimension.
No.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
You know, my phone is blowing up. Everybody wants to hear Fifth Dimension today.
Okay, I'm going to play you a Fifth Dimension tune. Are
Okay.
you ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1. Here's the Fifth Dimension. It's called Save the Country. Well, there you go. At 10:54 this morning here on the Greatest Hits, it's time to get out of here, Chris Rouen.
Well, we got 6 minutes.
Well, no, but
Have you ever heard of a group called the THEE Sacred Souls?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have.
Have you really, seriously?
Mm-hmm. By the way,
they're like old Motown.
By the way, your lovely wife says great song.
Oh, she likes that.
Yeah.
She's the one that turned me on to these Sacred Souls. That's a new one. Last week I started listening to them.
Monkey Monster said the reason because everybody was high in the 70s.
She's got the decade wrong. It was the 60s.
No, it was the 70s too, Chris. I'm telling you, the 70s were some bad tunes in there.
Oh,
like, let me see if I can find there's another one that.
That's probably true.
Hold on a minute.
You know, that's why we all talk like that.
Let me see if I can find it. I hear Uma in the background barking at you. There was a one from 78.
Well, that's all disco.
No. I'm trying to find it.
I was into disco because I found my disco queen. Oh, no, wait a minute. That was 1979. I found my disco queen.
Oh, here it is. I found it. You ready? Here's the next one that was a terrible one from the 1970s.
Which one? Oh, God. I love that song. That was like the wah-wah pedal.
When I was with her, the snow was falling down.
Why do you have to make fun of the good songs?
The fire.
Hey, wait a minute. We need to, I want to dedicate one song from Donna Summer.
I actually probably can, I actually can tolerate that one. Falling. Was it Last Dance?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you, this is the truth.
Okay,
My
tell me
wife,
the truth. Mm-hmm.
She used to, when I met her, she used to teach disco, and she had this guy she used to dance with, and they'd go around the entire state. They'd be ringers into these different places, and they would win these contests. One bar they got chased out of when they won money. That's true. And we would dance, and she'd look at me, and I remember one of the first dances when we were doing disco, and I thought I was so cool. But then when I was looking at it, she had that look like, you're kidding me. Well, hell, what did I know? But she is a great dancer, even to this day.
All right, I'll tell you what we'll do. If you've got a few minutes, we'll carry it over to the 11 o'clock hour.
Let's do that.
I've got
Last Dance.
I'll get that one on in just a second. I got a couple more time tunes that I wanted to get to.
Okay.
We'll carry it over just a little bit until the 11 o'clock hour. So if you thought 2 hours was enough, let's do a little bit more.
Good.
Here is Player. And this time, I'm in it for love. Now, this is a good 70s song right here.
I heard the weatherman predict a sunny day. He did not mean to lie. I look outside, it's raining anyway. I guess I can live with the rainy day. 'Cause in the scheme of things, you're bound to lose a few. Even your best made plans, before you know it, they are falling through. But that couldn't happen to me. 'Cause you, babe, this time I'm in it for love. This time I'm in it to win. It's crazy to do it again, but how could I possibly lose? How could I lose? This time I'm in it for you. My mom, she used to say,
this time I'm in it for love. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 11 o'clock. Time for the most exciting moment of all of radio. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Sunny 107.9 is WFBS LPFM Salem and WFBSFM.com. It is 11:01 on this Saturday morning with a few more minutes of the greatest hits with Chris Rouen and Jazzy Jeff. I've got another song in our collection of songs with time, just like this one right here. You ready?
Yeah.
Jennifer Warnes, and it's the right time of the night. This one's a good one from the 70s.
Sun goes down on a silky day, quarter moon walking through the Milky Way. Oh, you and me, baby, we could think of something to do. It's the right time of the night. The stars are waking up. It's the right time of the night for making love. No use talking when the shadows fall. Night bird's calling and he says it all. You and me, baby, we could think of something to do. It's the right time of the night. The stars are waking up. It's the right time of the night for making love. I got you, you got me. Tell you that's the way Mama always said it should be. I'll be cool, you be kind. We'll be bad and you don't mind. It's the right time of the night. Stars are waking up. It's the right time of the night for making love. It's the right time of the night. The stars are waking up. It's the right time of the night making love. It's the right time of the night.
Jennifer Warnes, and it is the right time of the night. She got her start in the 1960s on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour in 68.
How do you know that?
Oh, I know that. By the way, I've been watching here lately on YouTube. Do you remember Burt Sugarman's The Midnight Special?
Yes.
It is on YouTube now.
Anthony bought Gladys
Uh-huh.
a whole collection of the Midnight Special CDs.
Oh, love those. But they've got actually the videos of them actually singing. They've got the whole entire unedited
Yeah.
shows on YouTube now, and I've been watching a lot of
I forgot
those.
about that.
Yeah, Burt Sugarman's, and it was actually popular before. It was on Friday nights, I think. It was aired on Friday nights. Was it NBC?
Was it right after Elvira?
I think so. But it was before you got into the. God, I can't remember what it was on. Was it on NBC? Let me look up so I can see when it was aired. I'm pretty sure it was
I
on
used to watch that.
Midnight Special. All right, let me take a look at that. I wanted to see what year that was. Midnight Special show. Episodes. Show. There it is. American TV. It was NBC. It was on from 1972 to 1981. It premiered as a TV special on August the 19th, 1972, and began its regular season run through March 27th, 1981. It was right after the Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson on Friday nights.
Yeah,
That's when it was aired.
That ran a long time.
It was 90-minute
11
program.
years?
It ran, total 11 years. There was another show in there. Its late night cousin was Don Kirshner's rock concert. That ran from July 75 to March of 76. Wolfman Jack served as the announcer for Midnight Special.
I forgot about him.
And the program.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he died in 95. I think he died in 95. Johnny Rivers performed the song Midnight
I used to
Special.
Poor Side of Town.
They had great music acts. They also aired vintage footage of older acts such as Bill Haley and the Comets. The program also featured occasional performances with Steve Martin, Richard Pryor, Andy Kaufman, and George Carlin. And the first comedian that was on Saturday Night Live was George Carlin.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, he was something.
Oh, he was something else. All right, Chris Rouen, it is time to get out of here. Folks, I can't stress to you enough how important it is to get out and vote.
Absolutely, 100%.
You've got your opportunity today, 6 o'clock at Pine Street.
And really think about it.
And think about who you want to vote for, or if you want to write Chris Rouen in for everything, he's ready and willing and able to accept. But anyway, that's coming up. 6 o'clock is your last day today to vote early. If you're not going to be around Tuesday, you can vote early. And then the polls open up around here on Tuesday morning from 7 till 7 in this election. And I honestly have to say, I think in most recent memory, this may be one of the most important elections probably in the history of this country that we're about to face.
It says my first vote for Richard Nixon.
In 1968. You voted in 68 was the first election, right? Okay. So get out and do that. So what's our next song, Chris, that you want to do a little love
This
distance?
This is for my wife, the Donna Summer.
Yeah, it's Last Dance.
Save Last Dance?
Yeah. Man, this is a good song.
It is.
All right. Rouen, I love you, brother. Appreciate you coming in here and doing the show with me this Saturday.
Great. Thank you for having me. I enjoy it. And, and just remember, if people start complaining, I have my birth certificate. I want everybody to know I belong here. I don't worry about my accent.
Relax, gringo. I'm legal. Folks, I'll see you Monday at 2 o'clock for the afternoon drive. Have a great evening and a great weekend, everybody.
Beside me to guide me, to hold me, to scold me. 'Cause when I'm bad, I'm so bad. So let's